1985 Lancia Beta Coupe. This is one of the 168 right-hand drive Volume X models. Of that 168, there is only 4 left currently shown in the UK on the road or sawn. So they made about 2 and a bit thousand VX ones in total, 168 of them right-hand drive. Now only 4, so there's 3 others that are known. Volume X meant that it was a supercharged car, so it's the same twin cam engine with a nice supercharger strapped onto it, and a few other updates. If you check the description, we'll go right into some proper detail on those. This car has been owned by the current owner for a very long time. It has recently had, or relatively recently, and we'll detail all this in the description, about £13,000 worth of engine work at Lancia specialist Sky Croft. If you don't know who they are, do a little bit of Googling, but basically, if it's a Lancia twin cam engine and you need anything done to it, that's the place to send it. Developed on Formula 1 engines, they've done work on pretty much every Lancia and Fiat twin cam known to man. Literally wrote the book on it. His books are considered the Bible on those things. This thing's been meticulously maintained. If you check the description, we'll detail what we know in the way of sort of history, what it's been, what it's done. It's been with the current owner for quite a long time. But we'll start in this video. We'll have a look at the bodywork, interior, and have a look at the engine, things like that. Of course, if you've got any questions at any point, just give us a shout. We're happy to help. If we look down this driver's side, you see it's lovely and straight all the way down, nice and shiny, no ripples or dents. This front wing, the corner of the bumper and everything nice and clean. This front wing itself, lovely and straight, no sign of any marks or scratches or anything on it. The arch does have this plastic liner, but you can get inside and have a good look. You see there's no sign of any corrosion or anything in there. Inside the arch, lovely and clean. Correct wheels for the car, and I believe they're matching, but we'll double check as we go around. Pirelli P6000, so good quality tyre for them. Obviously being the Guy Croft spec is basically a race spec engine, so you want a good set of tyres obviously to keep you on the road. Going down this driver's side, if we have a look at the sill, all the way along there, you can see it's lovely and clean. The lip is really nice and straight. Put the camera underneath, because underneath this thing is gorgeous, really, really good, well cared for. It was kept in a lovely garage when we picked it up. Don't think it's seen rain in a long, long time. Most of these things rotted away, but actually bodyweight wise, there's no sign of any corrosion or anything at all that I can tell. Even along this lip here, lovely and crisp. Up on the A-pillar, on the roof again, all nice and straight. Around the sunroof, lovely and clean all around there. Coming down this pillar again, nice. All the glass lovely and clean. It's all Saint-Gobain Lanca stamped glass. This rear quarter and this arch here again, lovely and clean all the way around. Really nice and sharp all the way in there. And inside the arch again, nice and tidy. Another matching P6000 Pirelli. Wheels are really good as well. There's no sign of any curb marks or anything like that, or baked in brake disc. Discs on the rear as well, that's quite cool. Around the filler cap, all nice and clean, and again here where things like moisture get trapped, it's all nice and straight. This seam's good. Round onto the rear, chrome bumper sits nice and straight, it's lovely and clean. Tail lights are all good, there's no sign of any cracking or damage in those. Spoiler, now these things obviously dry out and split. This one is nice and soft. It does have a little mark here, a little mark there, I'm guessing from where people have been opening the boot with it. Correct Volume X badge on it. Some of the parts when the current owner was refreshing them and upgrading them, he did say he had to go to Italy to get them. Obviously, decent expense. Nice consolation prizes, I suppose you get to go on holiday in Italy, but long way to go for car parts. All these seams here are lovely and straight. The boot lid itself, there's no sign of any ripples or dents. We'll get nice and low on that so you can have a proper look. Like glass, really, really good. Rear window nice and clear. Seal around is good, heated screen in the back. This rear quarter, it's all nice and straight. Another good arch. You can get right in the arches on the rear because they don't have that same plastic cover that the fronts do. Again, lovely and clean, nice good wheel and tyre, P6000 again. I'll have a look at the sill and everything from this side. Again, you can see the edge nice and straight. Floor is really good, it's not been jacked up wrong or caved in or anything like that. Like I say, most of these cars rotted away. This one, really, really good example. This front arch again, you can see the majority of the arch. It's just that little bit you can't see, but it's all nice and clean. Got a slight mark here where it's almost like it's been polished a little bit too hard. And another P6000, so that's matching tyres all round. Round on the front. Headlights are all nice and clear and clean, as is this front rubber bumper. All nice and straight. The grill's good. Your correct Volume X badge there as well. Bonnet, okay, nice and straight. There's no ripples or dents anywhere on this car. It makes for a really boring video, but obviously makes for a very nice car. Scuttle panel around the washer wiper motors, all really good. Bottom of the windscreen's very good, all the way around's nice. Now the interior the owner had redone, so it was the standard checker interior. These had the seats redone and retrimmed. They are a Recaro seat in these, as you can see, in Italian leather. Again, more detail in the description. From what I understand, it was a very expensive job. And he has put a Momo Pro Tipo wheel, which actually, when you're driving, it makes absolute sense. It's the perfect size, nice thickness, really good wheel for the car. Steering's lovely and light in it. Black carpet set, nice and dark. Matt could do with a Hoover, we'll do that. Part of the upgrades with the engine is he went to ignition isolator, push start, and then we've gone for some gauges, but what he hasn't done is mounted them on top of the dash and drilled holes in the dash because they are irreplaceable. So they're just sat down here just so we can keep an eye on the oil and the water and the boost pressure. Being supercharged, obviously that's something you want to see, but the original dash top, lovely and clean all the way along, as you can see. 68,000 miles on this one. The original dials and everything are gorgeous, nice and bright, still not faded. This driver's seat, in lovely condition all the way through. Rear bench seats have been done lovely. Really comfy, nice squidgy seats. Got the original door cards there, all nice and clean. Headlining, dark black headlining. Obviously sunroof and everything really good. We'll pull the bonnet while we're in here. So the car does come with 2 boxes full of parts. We'll detail in the description what they are, but basically, if you want to put the engine back to standard, it's all there to do it. And there's some spares and things in there as well. Not a lot to see in here, it's all carpeted, but it's all lovely and clean. Spare wheel, the underside of the boot lid is lovely. If we lift this up, if we can, there we go, you can see the boot floor is really good all the way through. Not a drop of corrosion anywhere that we can see on here. Passenger door card again, nice and clean. I say Recaro seats in these. Trimming's been done really well. The leather's lovely and soft. All nice and clean and tidy in there. So really this is where the exciting bit is. So we'll go around to the cool end. So your standard Volume X, or your standard Beta Coupe would have had your carburetor here. Your Volume X goes to here with your Volume X supercharger. And then obviously we've got this whole load of Croft parts on it. So we've got race spec, radiator, obviously Weber 40 on it. Thing sounds fantastic, we'll start it up in a second. And a whole load of other bits. The whole engine's been completely gone through. Like I say, well over £10,000 spent on it. We'll detail in the description everything that we know about it. We've got receipts and all that sort of stuff. Boxes and boxes of history to go with it. All your plaques and everything are nice and clear. Underside of the bonnet, really good. In this panel here, where you quite often find a bit of corrosion, that's all good. We'll get it started up. I took it down the road because, well, you would, wouldn't you? And the thing drives fantastically. Get up and go, it's beautiful. For such a finely tuned engine on a carburetor with a supercharger like that, it starts and it ticks over so well. Really good. We'll give it a little rev so you can hear the noise this thing makes. Like I say, it gets up and goes down the road so beautifully well. It's better than you could possibly imagine. The gear change is lovely and tight, really nice and precise. Steering's good. The supercharger is excellent. Just the right amount of whine. It's not too loud. And obviously you've got that induction noise with that giant Weber 40 on it. So for this one, any questions you've got, please get in touch. We're happy to go through all the paperwork we've got. If you want to come and have a look at the car, that's absolutely fine. We're open every day. Just give us a shout. We'll make sure someone's here for you. If you can't get to us, we can do video calls. We'll go through the paperwork with you. We'll show you every inch of the car, anything you might want to see. We can send you extra photos or videos. And again, we can always go back to the vendor and ask questions, because like I say, he's owned this car a long time. He knows every inch of it. It's really one of those that you need to come and have a look at, particularly just how good it is. Read the description. We'll detail everything we know that's been done to it. We'll detail the history and all that sort of stuff. But like I say, if you've got any more questions, there's anything else you want to know, please just let us know. Thank you.